Hey, it's Warrior Grayfawn, and welcome back to another episode of One Shot Perchance Generators. Once again, I decided I wasn't really in the mood to draw a background for these cats, so bear that in mind as I talk about these generators and draw the cats I generated. I also went for two different generators that use descriptions instead of actual pictures for variety's sake. Like I said in the last episode, I think these generators can be useful for any skill level. For example, if you're not confident making your own characters from scratch, the picture-related ones can help quite a bit with that. Or if you want more freedom, maybe the description-related generators would be more helpful for you. I also think it's useful if you're writing a story and need a one-time character for the background of a scene. Anyway, on to the generators. The first generator is Warrior Cats by DA-SNEK, and you can find them on Scratch, but checking their page, they've recently left Scratch, so I'm not sure where else to find them if you're interested in that. This is a very simple generator with the description of the cat's gender, pelt color, a specific marking, such as a spot on their leg, an eye color, and maybe another specific trait to that cat, such as a nicked ear. I'm not sure if this generator is actively being worked on, but the only other option is having more than one cat generated at a time. I feel like this generator gives you a ton of freedom, so if you're interested in something like this, the generator would be for you. I generated Cloudy Blossom, who is a non-binary warrior with a grape-colored pelt and a white spotted back and gray eyes. As for my drawing of Cloudy Blossom, I decided to stick with something pretty close to that description, but since it's my drawing, I wanted to include more white spots or variations of white to their body. Honestly, my drawing of Cloudy Blossom makes me think a little bit too much of Dovewing, but I don't hate Dovewing, so maybe that's not a bad thing. I also made her eyes a blue-gray because I mostly see that kind of coloring for gray eyes. The next generator is Warrior Cat's Appearance Generator by Muxasii. I'll include a link to their card as well so you can find this artist on other platforms if you're interested. I think this generator is being actively worked on, but that's because they've created a second version of this generator. The one I ended up using just gives you an image of that cat, but the new one gives you slider bars for different things the generator can pick from. If you just want a random cat and don't want to think too much about it, maybe use the one I use, and next time I'll use the other one and go into a bit more detail. The creator just asks that you link to them and the generator if you do use it. As for my drawing of the character I generated, I stuck pretty close to the original pose and design of the character. However, I feel like the style of the art in the generator somehow ended up affecting the way I drew the character. So I ended up feeling like this character doesn't look similar to my normal style at all. I do feel like just because of the way I drew this character, it makes him look like a big burly Tom, and that's kind of funny. The only reason I'm not redrawing this picture is because I like to show that sometimes drawings don't come out the way you want them to, and that's perfectly okay. Just take note of the things you don't like, and next time you can improve from that. The last generator is Random Warrior Cat's OC generator. This generator pulls from some other generators within the Perchance Generators to make basically three big, different generators. I've included footage of all three, but if you land on the wrong page, just try clicking the other options and you might find what you're looking for. The part I'm talking about today is so very detailed, it may just be a text description, but if you don't want a lot of freedom, this generator might be for you because it not just gives you a description of the cat, but it also gives you that cat's personality, their family, a backstory, and our entire family. This is a very long description I ended up with. Full star of River Clan, role leader, gender she cat, age 137 moons, she's polysexual. Her appearance is that Volstar has a square head with almond-shaped amber eyes and a soft voice. She is a large, thin cat with short, shaggy fur and a tortoiseshell and white coat. She has a scar across her right eye from a fight with an eagle. Volstar values confidence the most. She is innocent and confident as well as an introverted and pessimistic cat. Volstar's faith in StarClan isn't very strong, as she often finds herself doubting their advice. Amidst her clan, she's considered innocent and malicious. She prefers to surround herself with cats that are funny and ambitious. Volkit was born to her mother Shorttail and father Lizard Flame. She grew up with her siblings Birdmoon, Milk Willow, and Lynx Goose. Shorttail was uninvolved while Lizard Flame was strict. Volkit became Volpaw when she reached the age of an apprentice, excited to learn the ways of a warrior. She was mentored by a warrior named Archbriar. I'm so sorry. My cat is playing so hard right now. She was mentored by a warrior named Archbriar. Archbriar was lenient and always provided support for Volpaw. Archbriar focused more on hunting, somewhat neglecting fishing. Volthroat got an apprentice with the name of Dustpaw. She became a deputy at the age of 20 moons because of her values after the old deputy died of hunger. Volthroat, now named Volstar, became the leader of RiverClan at the age of 38 moons after Cherry Star died from deathberry poisoning, and is generally considered to be one of the greatest leaders in clan history. Her family is her mother, Shorttail, Pale Gray Tabby, and White She-Cat with bright yellow eyes. She's alive. Her father, Lizard Flame, and a dark brown Tom with dark amber eyes. He's also alive. Litterbate's Birdmoon, brown and white Tom with half-blind dark blue eyes. He's alive. They're alive. Milk Willow, Ginger Tabby, and white Tom with blue eyes. They're alive. Lynx Goose, Silver Tabby Tom with pale blue eyes, who's alive. She doesn't have a mate or any kits. As for my drawing of Volstar, they say that she is a tortoiseshell and white cat. However, I'm aware that across seas they call both tortoiseshell and calico cats just a tortoiseshell cat. I'm from the United States, so to me there are tortoiseshell cats and there are calico cats. The difference between a tortoiseshell and a calico cat for me is that calico cats have a lot more white to their fur. So for my drawing, I decided to just give Volstar a white leader's mark and a bit of white above her nose. I didn't want to draw another calico cat, and I'm sticking to the fact that they called her a tortoiseshell cat. I just thought I should point that out if there's any confusion. I really stylized her design, and I'm well aware that a lot of tortoiseshell cats can have fur where it's like mixed in. I'll include a picture to show what I'm talking about. I'm not sure if I'm describing that well. Other than that, her design is very straightforward, and I didn't deviate any further. But that's every generator I'm going to talk about today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.